Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Take a microphone.
So let's chat for a couple minutes.
All right.
I mean, does anyone need to take a breath first? Composure, we're all okay? So where'd this come from? Tell us, how did you come up with this story? It's a little different than what you've been doing, with your more recent films, which are more influenced by what you're living or what you do. So,
Yeah.
where did it come
I've lost a lot of people in my life, and I'm fascinated with that question that none of us really know how to answer, but we make up all these beautiful stories that we tell ourselves and we share with each other to, cultivate faith and belief, and that informs kind of all my work in a way, and I'm fascinated with the mind of my children. I wanted to make a film that moved like my child's mind and how a child thinks. And so, and Bodhi is just an incredible little guy, and really wanted to honor the life of a child and how they process death and life and love.
And so you use yourself, your wife, your family in most of your films now. It's been, and then you bring in friends and other actors. So how do you cast your films, so to speak?
Yeah. I've been doing this thing that I call reality cinema, where I work with, I take real life friends and family, and I build a fictional narrative around our own real dynamics. I met Nicole in a film, and I thought she was just an incredible young actor, and so I knew that, okay, I have this role that's perfect for her, and I look at casting as a way to give a gift to performers who I admire, and I really like to collaborate. I really like to honor each person as an individual artist, and so I knew that I wanted to bring Nicole along, and then Tim, this guy's like my best friend in the world, and couldn't have made the film without his support.
Nicole, what was it like to come in?
Yeah. Just an elusive, mythical figure that we're looking for. It was birthed out of me and Bodhi and our little silly, funny stories that we tell ourselves. And so, just, in our real life conversations, it just came up like Freaka Rika, and I was like Shika-dika. And then so Freaka Rika Shika-dika just became this like weird symbol for us that could mean anything. It could be a person, it could be a spirit, your own personal hero. And the film is very much about going on the journey and taking a look at how do you prepare to leave this world, and the things that we tell ourselves to get by and cope and to connect. And so we took a real thing like Freaka Rika Shika-dika and just folded it.
Bodhi, but I mean, wherever Bodhi went, the story had to go, so you had to kind of be nimble as actors or whatever to kind of follow what he was doing, because I'm sure he didn't memorize lines or things like that. Unless I'm wrong, what was that process?
It's really, I look at the film now, and I hadn't watched it in a couple months, and it's still really astounding to me the things that occur spontaneous and off the cuff are actually really heavily orchestrated, which is kind of crazy. And Bodhi did memorize lines, and Bodhi did very much give his own version of a performance, but there are structural elements and scenes that have these emotional anchors and beats that I know that we need to hit. But you're right, what was folded into the whole entire process is really trying to honor the way a child's mind works. And so, for instance, we set up a scene and we know that we need to, walk across this section of the forest. And I'm trying to convey a bit of sadness. The film really works with really loading it up with all the themes that are really clear, that you're right, if we were just to walk and follow Bodhi, anything that he does would be correct, because the film is really, trying to, especially with how I was editing, to really convey how a mind works, and so Bodhi could do no wrong in so many ways. But it's pretty crazy the things that are written and his version of giving a performance. But being his real life father and being there, it's the ultimate scene partner to have, because just inherently we have real love for each other, and so we could veer sometimes, but about 85-90% of the film is scripted, there's little deviations from that. And that's Bodhi's thoughts in reality were like, Dad, this is taking so long. His reality was like, we really have to do this again. And that's what's really astounding, to me. There are moments when we're in the water, we're in the boat, it's real. His with the grumblers for the first, set of takes, I didn't let him know that it was Uncle Kai and his friend Mario who were inside the grumblers. So there's, for the first probably hour of shooting, the real wide-eyed wonder is real. But then like an hour later, their animatronic heads are so heavy to wear. My friend Kai's like, I gotta take this head off. I'm like, okay, fine. And then he can take it off, and I'm like, see, Bodhi, it's Kai. And he's like, oh, I kind of knew something. So for him, he was just like, he was really working, and it was such a tremendous gift to me. My friends and my family being willing to kind of go and make a piece of art with me was amazing. Bodhi was 3 years old when we shot the film, and we were in a lot of really challenging elements, and I'm just so proud of him and his willingness to do this.
And Tim, you've been on all Mark's films.
And one day he pulled me aside while we were filming and asked if I would be willing to portray Guardian Angel in his upcoming fantasy reality film, and of course I jumped at the opportunity, and 2 months later we were off to snuggle New Wales, which sounds like a magical destination in its title, I know. But Mark loves to take people out of their comfort zones to try and achieve new levels of realism not often seen in traditional filmmaking. He tends to push past boundaries and uses elements from his real life to try and develop a new type of filmmaking he calls reality cinema. The Place of No Words is considered fantasy reality cinema, which combines his filmmaking style to the fantasy genre by using Bodhi's imagination.
Wow, thanks, Nicole.
Well, that's interesting. So how did you find fusing fantasy with your reality cinema?
It was great. Some of my favorite movies growing up were Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Goonies, kids' adventure films. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Gene Wilder's performance in that film is like my favorite thing in the whole world. And those are things that made me want to become an actor. And I'm really, at this point in my life, really fascinated with our minds and consciousness and how thoughts work and how we all function with our own set of beliefs. And I just really wanted to explore that, and it was fun to bring in really fun, fantastical elements, you know, with three little boys and now a little girl at home. But the three little boys, I mean, it's just constantly fart jokes all the time. Everybody's farting. So to make a farting swamp was amazing, and go, you know, recreate one of my favorite things when we walk in the chocolate factories, when you walk in and you get to eat everything, and so it's fun to make a forest with donuts. And it's great. It was really fun to be able to play with fantasy and how that meets, you know, a hardcore reality.
Well, let's open it up to the